Hello, my name is Bill Flanagan. I'm the conservation manager here at the John Ball Zoo. And today I wanted to talk about a few amphibians. You know, everybody's favorite group of animals. This is a gray tree frog, which is common all throughout Michigan, and in fact, does really well in urban and suburban habitats. So many of you have probably seen these guys either underneath a grill cover or somewhere in their backyard. One thing that's really cool about these guys and makes them especially adapted to our sort of frigid climate here in the wintertime is that they have an additive in their blood that enables them to be able to withstand freezing solid. So many of you have probably thought, how do frogs survive the winter up here? Well, in the case of gray tree frogs, they actually just go down into the leaf litter, maybe underneath a tree, and they can go ahead and freeze solid. So as long as they've got a pretty good snowpack to kind of keep them insulated, they can withstand some pretty cold temperatures. And that's one of the reasons why this species of frog is able to survive here in Michigan during the winter time. You can see he's got a gray skin color, but they can actually change color, and occasionally you might find one with kind of a frosty green color. And any individual gray tree frog can either be gray or frosty green, just sort of depending on what's going on with them at the time. So one of the things that we do here at the John Ball Zoo is we have a Frog Watch, which is a citizen science program where anybody who wants to go through the training can contribute data on what's going on with their frogs in their backyard to a national database of frog information. Frog Watch works because frogs make calls in the springtime. They're advertisement calls, kind of a here I am, and mostly it's males trying to attract females. And every individual frog has an individual call that they do. And I'm going to go ahead and mimic the gray tree frog call. I've been working on an imitation of it. Let me see if I can. So that's what a gray tree frog sounds like. So if you hear that in your backyard, you know you've got some gray tree frogs around. So you may notice that I'm wearing rubber exam gloves to handle the gray tree frog. That's more to protect the gray tree frog from oils or something that might be on my hands, as opposed to protecting me from the gray tree frog. So they have a layer of slime that covers their body, which is a really important adaptation that they have. It has antibiotic properties, it keeps moisture in their skin. So we want to be careful not to damage that. So whenever we handle an amphibian here at the zoo, we wet down our rubber gloves and handle them that way to protect them. Now, a lot of people think that dart frogs are the only poisonous frog, but actually every amphibian has some sort of chemical toxin to their skin that they use to protect themselves. If you look at this guy, you'll see that he doesn't have big fangs or big claws to ward off a predator, so he actually is really toxic. So if I were to lick him or put him in my nose or stick him in my eye, it would be an unpleasant experience, so I'm going to try to avoid doing those things. But just everyday handling, as long as you wash your hands after it, they don't really pose a threat to you. Thanks for listening to me talk about gray tree frogs today. There are 13 species of frogs and toads here in Michigan, and almost all of them are found right here in Kent County. So you can come visit the gray tree frogs here at the zoo, or I definitely encourage you in the springtime to get out and listen for them and see what you can find here in Kent County. Thanks for visiting us.